Hello everybody, Fearmy Games with the next part of my Guild Wars Prophecies playthrough. We are now at the Frost Gate mission. We are almost to Kryta, to safety. If you remember last episode, we did the Boreless Pass mission. Fighting our way through, activating the beacons, talking to Jalis Ironhammer, leader of the Duldramer Dwarves, allowing us access to this location, which I believe is called Grubel's Gulch. We are here to do the mission, as I already mentioned. But before we start the mission, let's talk to this Larthan Irontongue. He has some extra lore that might be fun for you guys who are interested in it. So I'll read his voice. I'll use
No, I'll use this voice. Why not? I like it. It's fun.
No, but that probably doesn't really fit. They probably have more like, I don't know. It actually doesn't really fit that voice.
How about but I like this one. Let's do this one anyways.
So, Larthan Irontongue.
Well, it's been a long time since I've seen a human in the Shiver Peaks. What brings you to Grubel's Gulch?
We're on our way to Kryta.
Well, you've made it this far, but you still have a long way to go. We can give you safe passage in the lands we control, but the journey through the Frostgate is in your own hands.
I apologize for all of you who listen to my voice and you don't find it funny like I do. So, lands you control.
The only way to Kryta is through a stretch of frozen canyon ruled by the Stone Summit. There will be no negotiating with them. Their leader, Dagnar Stonepate, does not see eye to eye with his cousin, King Jalis Ironhammer.
Dagnar is the cousin of King Ironhammer?
Indeed. Small world, eh? Dagnar sees the humans as a taint. He thinks they will bring ruin upon us. His cousin, the king of the Duldramer Dwarves, sees things differently. He believes that any alliances he can make will only create a stronger dwarven nation.
Oh my god, this actually hurts my throat. I'm gonna keep going. I gave this guy this voice. We're sticking with it.
By allowing you safe passage, King Jalis has made it abundantly clear that he means to fight the Stone Summit to the bitter end. Dagnar would rather die than allow a procession of human refugees to traverse their mountains. He will no doubt have his eye on the Frost Gate.
Oh my. I think I'm starting to lose the voice as we go.
Maybe it's not just the right one to go for. I don't know.
The Frost Gate. The Frost Gates?
It's the key to crossing through the Shiver Peaks over into Kryta. The Frost Gate guards the way through Boreless Pass. There are 3 mechanisms that operate the Frost Gate. If you can find the lever, you can activate each one of them in turn. But the Stone Summit will do all they can to stop you.
Oh my god, I'm losing it. I need to just hold off for a little bit longer.
But the Stone Summit will do all they can to stop you from getting through. It won't be easy. What must I do?
I'm sorry it sounds so... Oh my god.
There are 2 roads through the pass. The Stone Summit guard the higher of the 2. You'll have to sneak up on them and take out their weapons so that Rurik can lead the rest of your people through the lower road.
The high road it is.
The way will be treacherous, and there will be bloodshed. Keep a wary out for giants and driders.
Oh my god, 4 more words.
I wish you luck.
Oh, we did it, team. If you're still here, you survived it too. Okay? Maybe even worse than me. If my girlfriend's to be believed, all my voices are cringeworthy. So... But I felt like that was kind of a fun thing to do. So, I mean, while we're going through the Boreless Pass, there's technically this perfectly good route that goes all the way around to Kryta as well. Maybe not as fat or short, but, you know, might be safer than the Frost Gate, but who knows? Before we start the mission, there's actually order business that I forgot to do at the start of the video. And that is, if you guys watch my Total War Rome Remastered playthrough as Spain, the reason why there's been no episode this last week, and maybe not next week as well, is that every time I start the game, it either crashes or I start the game and I load into the campaign map and I find it just black boxes everywhere glitched. And I tried uninstalling the game, verifying the integrity of game files, changing graphic settings, nothing has worked. So hopefully it will get fixed. Hopefully it'll get fixed in a patch soon. Everything will be resolved. There's no mods or anything like that I have that are activated for the campaign. It's just vanilla gameplay. So it can't be a mod that's doing it. I don't really know what's going on. I sent a report in, so hopefully it gets fixed. But we'll find out. But in the meantime, though, I did start a new campaign on Tuesday. A new game, sorry. On Tuesdays called BattleTech. It's like, if you played XCOM, it's like XCOM. Tactical, turn-based, a kind of game where it's like you control individual units in a battle. You have to defeat your enemies and complete your objectives. You earn some money and some rewards and other stuff. So far, the story has been started off. It seems kind of interesting. I kind of saw most of it coming, but it's kind of a thing where it's like not too surprising. But I like the presentation, so hopefully it's fun. I've also started doing some voices for it too, because honestly, I find the voices super fun. If you guys like the voices, great. If you don't, then fuck off. Not really. But, hopefully you can just bear with me. So our objectives are: open the Frost Gate, destroy the ballista to secure safe passage for Rurik and the Ascalon refugees, retrieve the gear lever from the Dwarven fort to open the Frost Gate. Let's go. I don't remember what the bonus is for this mission, so we'll just have to do our best. So, the high ground means we probably just need to go up and up and up and up and up. Killing Minotaurs on the way. Let's try to make it so our healer doesn't die. I kind of have a bad habit of having the healer die, because my henchman won't properly protect the healer, so I can't do my job properly of dealing with the enemy backline, so it's kind of like a spiral of doom and destruction. There's only so much I can do because I don't do a lot of big burst damage. I do, buck up the enemy damage. Prince Rurik says, those stone summit ballista are guarding the pass of the Frost Gates. Gee, I wonder why. By the way, if I sound a little different, I've had an ear infection for the last almost 3 weeks now, but it should hopefully be resolved within the next, I'm taking my antibiotics. We got a big group incoming. I'm gonna fall back a little bit just to try and aggro as little as possible. For some reason, one thing I've noticed with the henchmen is that they don't seem to aggro if I cast spells, only if I auto attack. So one thing I'm going to start doing is, if I have to go target anybody, I'm only going to target them long enough to cast a spell. Because it seems that's the only way to prevent my melee guys from just running everywhere doing nothing useful with their lives. That's what I found so far. I think I'm going to go and this way, because that looks to be a boss Minotaur. So if we kill that boss Minotaur, then we can get a nice bonus to our morale, which will increase our health and our energy, which will hopefully make it less likely for us to die. And I think that's the most important thing to do. These guys don't seem to have cast any skills, so... Except I guess this guy's cast Accept Endure Pain and I guess Healing Signet. I cast Bane Signet, so I didn't have time to interrupt. Oh, I gained a level up. I'm now level 14. Let's go for better domination magic, so my empathy and clumsiness and backfire do more damage. Backfire does almost 100 damage per spell. Now that is a thing of beauty. I'm definitely putting those on the healers, just being like, fuck you, healer, try healing now! And be like, ha 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 ha. Well, they told us to go the high road, so basically I think so long as I'm going up, we're good. Honestly, I think that voice actually aggravated my ear infection a little bit, because it's starting to bother me now, and it didn't do that before I did the voice. I think it's the way, it's kind of thing where it's got I think a middle ear infection. So like kind of affects more than just the ear. It's also like the little part of my neck and jaw. I guess the way that the parts that I use kind of affect that. Did he just get? Oh, I guess maybe he also heals. I thought it was just the boss that he. I didn't really see that he's also healed. So looks like we got an ice golem there. I'm gonna interrupt all of his shindig stuff. Make so we can't just so that way he can't participate in the battle at all. Focus these guys down to make it so they don't kill my back line. Honestly, this is why when I get to Kryta, I really want to dip into like Nightfall real fast just to get cost, because I cannot. I need a henchman that's actually going to actually be useful. These guys are not being properly useful. Oh, I used that way too fast. That's my bad. He's going to get off some spells that I otherwise could have stopped him from using. But on the bright side, these guys aren't aggro to us for some reason. So it means that we get to just freely fire at them a little bit. And they're going to do nothing about it. Because the reason why I think is they're super focused on Prince Rurik down below there, who's waiting for us to open the way. So, bit of a derp moment right there from the AI. And I was just saying, and I've said not too long ago, probably in a video, that you know, the AI is not all that dumb. It's also one reason why you can kind of exploit the fact that they're not dumb, because they won't intentionally kill themselves. For example, say backfire for spells. Just use that to your advantage. Make it so they can't cast any spells while backfires on them. Oh. On the bright side, I have figured out is that if I attack the engineers, they will actually also attack the engineers. Which is good, because if I just keep spamming spells at them without actually auto-attacking them, that's when the henchmen don't do anything. Because enemy being next to us, that's not a big deal. But I attack the enemy, that's when it becomes a big deal. So looks like this guy is a... Wait, no. This guy is a ranger. Interesting. Interrupt his heal spell. Looks like he has a ranger friend with him, too. Now they're dead. So we can go kind of two ways here. We can go one that way. There's nothing really in, like, for us either way we pick. I think one has less enemies than the other one. So let's just go this way. This one looks like it has less enemies. Or at least it looks like the shorter route, which I assume means less enemies. I could be wrong. Though, if that big group is a patrol, then we need to make sure I kill them ASAP. Or else we're going to be sandwiched between two separate groups. So we need to definitely kill this guy as fast as we can. If I can interrupt that frozen burst, if he has a frozen burst he's going to cast, I will be happy to be ready to do that. Meanwhile, we have now been flanked. It's a fact now, but we're also in a very nice position. The fact that here we go. We killed the other side before these guys got to us, which means that we're good to go. Get back here! Don't run away from me! That's what I thought, sucker. So now we can just go up this way. We might have to face some enemies that are over there. If they're on a patrol route, like we face those guys because they were on a patrol route, but these guys seem to be kind of set in their place. Yeah, here's a patrol. And that might be two patrols, is it? No, one patrol and one just static. Let's wait here for the patrol to actually move on because we don't want to face two groups at once. That could be catastrophic. Could be. Not a guarantee, but a potential. So we can't just entirely bypass this entire combat, I think, just by walking this way. It does appear. So we're going to play it smart. Let's see. Like, this is the last video of the night, so if I'm a little tired, I do apologize. Usually I do get a nice energies research from Guild Wars 1. But what's actually kind of unfortunate is actually I actually had failed previously in the mission attempt because I accidentally got pulled. Apparently there's a patrol that I didn't realize was there. So like I was facing two groups at once. I'm like I killed one. I was killing one of them, about to finish off another one, and then suddenly what I didn't see it coming was another group that came from behind that I didn't notice. So suddenly we went from like, okay, this is doable to, oh, my guys are dead now. So they didn't notice this other patrol coming at us. It was very awkward. That's one reason why I'm not doing as much exploring. I might not be doing as much exploring as I usually do. Because I already did all the exploring, and I'm like, okay, there's nothing there. Let's just keep going. So I do apologize if it does seem a little bit faster. Or not as high up as before, because I'm like, okay, this is take 2. Gotta do it right. Because then once I'm done with this one, I'm gonna probably take a shower, and start getting ready for bed. I did do some reading today. I finished the last book that I had of a bottom tier character, Tomozaki-kun. I love the series, but there's one very unfortunate thing. I'm all caught up to all the English translations. I'm like, maybe it's time for me to learn how to read Japanese, which I guess is also partially which is based off from what I know, partially based off Chinese written language, but they have like some extra stuff thrown in there to make it fit the Japanese vocal language a little bit more as well. So I'm not sure how well I'll be able to learn, but it'll be a long process. But I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm tired of waiting years. But I could just get it immediately if I learn Japanese. Don't underestimate a bookworm's desire to get every book possible. I literally, before I started recording this set of videos, I was honestly, this is not a lie, I was looking over basic written language, which is, I believe it's called hiragana. I'd have to look at it again. But I'd gone through like about 60% of the way through, like learning what they look like, taking the test to make sure I was remembering it at least a decent amount. And I was like, okay, I'm getting most of these down. I kind of had some different ways of calling it. For example, like, remembering the symbol for she, which is kind of like this. I was like, she has, and I'm not gonna say the rest of it because I might offend some people who listen. But it was the kind of thing that like first came to my mind. That way I can memorize it. And then I was like and then there's like one that looked like a 9 that had like a cross sticking out of the head of it. I saw that one. I'm like, sue you because you sue me because I'm gonna sue you for sticking a cross in my head, kind of a thing. And then the other one's like, that looks like that's like. And then the one thing that's nice is people learning, they actually kind of do paint pictures for you. I don't always agree with their picture, so I pick my own sometimes. For example, like, that one's a pretzel. And sometimes you agree with me, like, oh, that's a pretzel. And they're like, oh, yeah, that's a pretzel. So it's like, and so it's like, oh. And like, you kind of have to remember, it's like, for example, like, the one that looks like a pretzel is pronounced like new. So I'm like, okay, new pretzel. I'm gonna get myself a new pretzel. Or there's one that looks like the lesser sign kind of thing. That one is ku. And this one's a bit of a kind of a naughty one in a certain way. The way I remember it is I call it the crocodile, like crocodile, instead it's crocodile. But then I started calling it, and that was remembered the best, honestly, is the Ku Klux Crocodile. So it helps you remember it, but can be kind of naughty depending on what your temperament is. So I believe Rurik passed over this bridge. I think he's this little icon over here. So I think this way is one way to go, but we can also go this way. If you actually see on my map, you can actually see how far I got before I died. So I actually explored that way last time. There's some ends and some stone summits. So I'm kind of curious what's over here. If this is another path, but different, or if it's actually just a bad path. So looks like there's driders, which could be potentially more annoying than when I faced on the other side. So maybe it's a bit of both. Other things I remember I remember so far. Oop! I didn't mean to actually cast Backfire there, but Backfire will do the job just fine. Stopping from cast spells and like. What was I gonna say? But there's other ones like, for example, the basic ones are the easiest ones to do because it's like, you know, interrupt him. I pressed wrong. I pressed Bane Signet out of Hab instead of what I was wanting to press originally, but it's fine. But it was like, you know, there's E, U, E, Ah. Oh, and actually, I say but I meant O. Like O-W-O-H-O, like that kind of pronunciation. What is this? There's a green thing over here. Roaring Stone Sledge. Is this actually the bonus? Hello? Just me, like I've been caught again. Oh yeah, this guy was in the last mission. The Stone Summit are trying to build a new and devastating siege weapon. King Ironhammer sent me to steal the plans. There's a decrepit ballista pointed to the east. Take me to it and I'll help you blast open the doors that keep safe the plans. So this, oh my gosh, apparently I was gonna, if I didn't wipe, I was gonna miss the bonus. Because I didn't realize this was a bonus thing. Oh my, I thought they were just equally viable paths. Honestly, the wipe's actually now a good thing. Apparently. Interesting. But and then like I got like it's because the one where I left off was I learned the ka, the ones that start with the ka sound, the ones that start with the sound, and I believe the ones that start with the ta sound. Like for example, like what's kind of funny is there's one that's the S on S, which is like SU if terms like, you know, photographics was like Su. And what I call that one is because that one's the 9 with like the with the like the what I call like the cross in its head, and I call that one the Suyu. Because I'm gonna sue you for what you did to me, and then I call the other one that's the Su. It starts with a T. It's like you, but I think it's still pronounced just Su. And so what I do with that one is I'm like sue you too. It's like sue me, because what happens is like it looks like a nose to me. But there's another one that looks like a nose as well. That one's the oo sound. So, but it has like a little dash on it. I'm like, that kind of reminds me of the anime characters' eyes, where like where like my eyes never open, or where they just have like a line for their eyes. So I'm like, but then the Sue with the T, doesn't have that. Just the nose, the thing that looked like a nose to me. So I'm like, sue you, and then sue me because I don't have eyes. If that makes any sense. Apparently, there's actually a ballista trained on this location. That's interesting. But so it's like, for example, then there's like one that's pronounced chi. And for that one, what I've done is apparently somebody's healer, mentally retarded healer, is taking free damage for no reason. But sorry. But it's like, for example, I call that one, the way I remember that one was like cheating on you. Oh, they removed Backfire. That's just rude. I interrupt their heal spell. Suck it. Interrupt that. Kill him. I actually probably shouldn't kill that engineer, actually. It's too late now, though. That was my bad. Before I go this way, actually, I should... Where's Rornak? He's right there. He's following me. Okay. So we'll... Oh! Also, I noticed the boss arrangement's different. The first boss that I actually encountered here before, the boss I encountered here was actually the ranger boss here. And the other guy was different, so it's honestly really kind of intriguing to me to see some of the differences. There's two healers here, so Basically, we're having just do enough damage to break through both of the healers' healing potential. But now with the other healer dead, I just need to stop this guy from removing the hex on himself. And he's dead. There we go, now he's dead. Perfect. Considering I'm a caster character, it's surprising how effective empathy actually is on me. I've noticed how much damage I took when I had empathy cast on me. That's surprising. So never underestimate empathy on a caster. That's the moral of that story, is what I'm trying to say. Oh, we got a cutscene. Wait! I forgot about this cutscene. Maybe I shouldn't have continued this. Please don't let me miss out on the bonus because of this.
The refugees are weary, but they've made it this far. We're now very close to the Frost Gate and the safety of Kryta, but we cannot yet take rest. One of my men, Captain Greywind, tells me he once traveled this path. He says the Frost Gate can be opened, but it will not be easy. There are 3 mechanisms.
That's where I died, right there.
You must find a gear lever in the small town ahead. Use the lever to engage each of these mechanisms, and the gate will open. Once it's open, it'll be up to you to lead the refugees through to safety. My men and I will hold back the dwarves as long as we can. I will rejoin you once the last of the refugees is safely through. The stone summit will not yield the Frost Gate quietly.
Not surprising, not surprising.
May Dwayne smile upon us.
Yeah. Oh, and there's also another one, which honestly, like the image that they did was perfect. Where it's like, for example, it's toe. So what it looks like is, in like the images they did it was perfectly for like the thing they did for teaching. Is it looks like a toe with a splinter in it. So I'm like, you know, just like I call it stub my toe, because I find that easier than like, you know, splinter in my toe. I find just that easy, just easier to remember stub my toe than splinter in my toe. But it's pronounced toe, T-O, you know, like, you know, just like as if it was a toe, you know, like it goes on your foot. I wonder if this is where I need to go for the bonus. So we're gonna go this way. But I did not go this way before, because I thought this was just a different path, but I think I was wrong. Moving Hex. I'm gonna cast Backfire here. I'm gonna get ready to interrupt his next remove Hex. Looks like he actually does not have enough health to do it anymore, so now he's dead. I'm going to cast Empathy on these guys. That should allow me to just kill them nicely. Perfect. So where is this way? If this is not the alternative path, where does this lead? Oh, maybe it was an alternative path, and I just missed... Oh, I could have gone this way. I didn't even notice this one. On either of my playthroughs, I did not notice this one, actually. I'm blind, apparently. I'm blind. Oops. So I guess that means the bonus is further ahead. Let's see, and then... That's kind of funny. Is I've also like taken some introductory Greek reading, and it's kind of funny is like seeing some of the differences. I mean, safely say though is that like at least the basics that I'm learning is not that bad. Like, though, admittedly, it's a situation where it's like it's like literally beginner, like the most beginner thing, but from my understanding. So I'm not all that impressed with myself because I'm like. Before I do anything real fast, I want to check to see if this guy opens the door here real fast. Maybe he does. Because I doubt I could pick up a book and be like, I want to read it. Which is my eventual goal. But I can't do that quite yet. One day I'll pick up a light novel and be in Japanese and be like, yeah. But today is not that day. Oh, my phone's gonna die. Let me see what's over here. I think we went up here in the cutscene, right? Yeah, we're in the cutscene. So that's where I died, was right there. So what happens, I killed a group up here, went down here, found no group. I was like, oh, that's weird. There's no group here. Did 2 out of 3 of the mechanisms. Then I moved up here to attack these guys. But 2 groups aggro, but we were starting to win. But then a 3rd group came over here and hit me from behind. And I was like, what is this? Some bullshit, basically, is what happened right there. Yeah, basically, I'm an avid reader of books. Once I start a series, I'm the kind of person where it's like, I don't know if I really want to start the book series, but once I start a book series, I'm like, I want to finish, or an anime, I want to finish. Give it to me now. I'm that kind of person. Until I reach and that's kind of actually a lot of things. I don't get motivated to do a lot of things. It's honestly one of the things that, I wonder if I'm mildly depressed. Probably am. But it's like, so I don't get motivated to do almost anything. But when I get motivated to do something, I'm the kind of person where it's like, I'm motivated to do this. We're going to go, and we're going to go hard. And then until either I succeeded on my goal, or there's no way I can finish it in my own time, and I just have to take a moment to break. That's kind of me with, in Guild Wars 2, when I make a legendary, I will liquidate anything I need to, short of, something that will cause me, permanent setback in some way. But I'll liquidate all, materials that I don't think I need. Anything that I can sell money for, I'll just liquidate those assets as quickly as possible, so that way I can keep progressing, get the legendary armor. Usually, I have enough time between legendary armor, legendary weapons that I've made, where that's not been an issue. Ooh, more Vitae. Vitae will be useful for heroes stuff, so I want to make for that. So when I finished this book series called Bottom Tier Character Tomozaki-kun, if I didn't say the name already, I finished book 6 and I'm like, give me that book 7, and I want it now. But it's not out yet. Book 6.5 is coming out in August, but I have not seen anything about book 7 being released in English. But I know in Japan they have at least 9 volumes out, and I'm like, this is bullshit. I will learn Japanese and then I'll order it, because there's websites that will ship to the United States Japanese copies. Why is this not opening? How long does this take? Am I missing something? Actually, it took a while the first time around. I just thought I didn't move close enough to the gate. Maybe I need to go up here. Be like, hi. Can you open the gate for me, please? Did they just open the gate for me? So basically, what we need to do now is, basically Prince Rook is trying to hold off the Stone Summit from trying to kill all the refugees. One reason why I actually started casting Conjure Phantasm on these guys is I figured out my plan to beat them. Is I'm going to cast Conjure Phantasm, and then I cast Backfire on them. They won't kill themselves in order to stop me from doing this. They'll waste remove Hex on the unimportant Conjure Phantasm, so that way when it comes to the actually important spell of Backfire, they will cast a couple spells and gravely wound themselves, thus putting themselves out of the fight, essentially. Which is very important. So, waste that spell, get to remove it, then Backfire on him, do some damage, and now suddenly he can't cast any spells, thus making him entirely susceptible to me killing him. That's how I decided I'm going to take out all of the enemy healers in this group. So they can't heal themselves, so they can't even be like, let me just heal myself over the damage. No, they can't do that. So, yeah, it's my 1-2 punch against the enemy, essentially. I think so far it's working out for this run. I didn't do it last run because I didn't have this theory out yet. So we're going. So I think when we each of these mechanisms that we open up, I think it makes these doors open, which then spawns more enemies. I think that's what happened last time, and I didn't realize this. But now we're in a perfect position. I'm going to interrupt that guy. I think these howlers are honestly a bigger threat than that boss is, honestly. So I'm going to be very careful here and try to focus these guys down if I can. They're actually doing these howlers are actually doing a lot of damage to my frontliners, so I'm desperately trying to like weaken them by trying to interrupt their healing, their self heals and stuff like that. And there we go, perfect, exactly what I wanted to do. And now, there's just these weaker guys here. And now I can grab the gear lever, and I'm going to open up that door. I'm not quite as worried about the next group now that's just a very weak group here. So what cost me is I didn't realize that's what happened. So I suddenly had two groups that I was not ready to handle just attack me because I didn't know what was going on. But now I know what's going on my second round through, so now we can actually get this done without getting overwhelmed. Looks like there's where its Rook is. He doesn't seem to be getting overwhelmed to me. No, those are soldiers. Where's Rook? Oh. So now this is the patrol here from the second group. This is actually the one that killed me because I didn't realize that was going to happen. And because I didn't realize that was going to happen... oh, he's dead now. Oh, he killed himself on that one. Casted Shielding Hands, basically had 5 health points left, and then I just finished him off. That was oopsies on his part. So... So let's see, I got the lever now. I actually kind of want to see what's over here. So I do need to do the bonus mission. I don't know where that is. But I also need to... He's on a hidden path outside of the cave. So are we too far away now? So did I miss the bonus so far? Do I need to go back for it? It's on a hidden path outside of the cave. I don't know what that means. Or where that could be. Well, we're gonna go over here and try and find out. Oh, what? No! No!
The frost gate is open. Go now. We haven't much time.
I did go too far. Are you kidding me?
What was that? These mountains belong to the Stone Summit, human. cannot save me. Get them to Kryta. Hurry, go!
Fly, you fools.
Your punishment for trespassing is death.
Rest in spaghetti, Rurik never forget. And my damn bonus mission! Damn it! We've also lost 2 characters, apparently, as part of our party. Looks like they've been replaced or something. No, they're still here. But for some reason, they left my party, now I have to reinvite them. That's kind of weird. Unless this is... Yeah, we have... Yeah, that's weird. Unless Little Thorn... Yeah, weird. So we completed the mission. I'm going to go back to that bonus mission, but first, we do have some quests here from Master Sableman. You might remember him because we actually encountered him before. So this is Beacon's Perch, the last stop on our way to Kryta and continuing the main story, but through quests instead of through missions. You can kind of see the terrain around here. I love looking at the views. Even Guild Wars 1 is an old game, but I still think it looks pretty nice in my view. They did a good job with this game. What is that? I don't know. Here we go up and up and up and up and up and up. So what I'm going to do is real fast. I think I'm going to... That way, I don't want you guys to miss any content in the bonus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back. We're going to real fast go back to the Frost Gate. Redo the start of the mission. Do the bone... Wait, do I have to actually do the... I need to... I can't do that. So what's going to have to happen, I guess, is... I'm going to have to do off-screen. I'm going to have to do the bonus. And I'll have to tell you guys what happens. I assume what happens is we find the ballista, we get the plans, and he makes a getaway. But I'll need to remember to tell you guys next episode what happened. I'm sorry that I didn't show. I didn't know where to go. That's what happens when I'm just going off my memory and not off of anything else. Dang, I'm actually annoyed. So this is I am Master Sableman. These refugees are tired and hungry, and their journeys are far from over. What can I help you with? We are short on every major supply. And to make matters worse, that damnable pet of Old Mac's, if you remember Old Mac, is eating what remains of our meat. See if you can talk to the old man and find some way to feed his pet without sacrificing our remaining food stores. I tried myself and his pet almost ate me. Mac is on guard duty just outside Beacon's Perch in Delgerable, which is actually where we want to go for exploring. That was going to do next episode, so that's convenient, actually. I didn't realize there was a quest that would take us there. Wait, actually, no, never mind. That's not where I thought it was. Oh well. We've encountered centaur patrols on the road ahead, and they're attacking the caravan. I need you to take them out quickly and report to Ranger Olsen. You can count on me. Damn centaurs. The problem in Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2. Damn it. Damn you all. Alright, guys. I do apologize for not getting you guys the bonus mission. I'm not going to re-record the video because I actually quite like this one. This actually run through, I think, was better than my first one, honestly. In terms of, I think it's a bit more enjoyable to watch. Or at least I felt like I was a bit more animated. Even though I was a little bit frustrated at the beginning. But, so, I will leave you guys here with that one. If you guys liked the video and you're on YouTube, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps with the algorithm. And those of you on Rumble, feel free to hit that Rumble button, subscribe to watch more of my content. And BitChute, you guys know what to do. And everybody, no matter where you are, take care. Have a good one. Enjoy watching my videos. You know you want to.